Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. So, Kid Rock is up in the polls in Michigan. He's running for Senate. And I guess this video is about judging people too harshly. People are starting to wake up, and some normal people like you and I are starting to run for office. Trump is one of them. He got in. Yeah, he was rich, but he's an average guy. He actually worked for a living, had a real job for a living, ran a business for a living, unlike many of the elite that are in there now. So we're getting outsiders to slowly start running for positions, and people are waking up. They're actually voting them in. The polls show that Kid Rock out of Michigan is ahead. I guess the crux of this video is not to judge people too harshly of their past. Obviously, if they're embracing their past and they're living that same lifestyle now, yes, we should hold them accountable. But you and I, we're not the same people we were 20 years ago. Some of you might be, I don't know. But for the most part, we've all evolved. We all change. We all make those mistakes, and some of those mistakes are bad mistakes, and some of them are actually positive mistakes, meaning we learn from them. And that's how we grow, and that's how we evolve. I guess what I'm trying to say is, you can rest assured your hard-earned tax dollars are going to be used against you in a campaign ran by the media against Kid Rock. They're going to come up with some nasty stuff that he's done in the past. Just like they did with Donald Trump. Now, I want you all to know that we shouldn't judge people too harshly for growing up in a normal life. And I say normal life, obviously a rocker's not a normal life. But a lot of people have tried pot. A lot of people have gotten drunk. A lot of men have slept with women. I know I have. A lot of women have slept with men. But we evolve. We grow up. We become adults. We get married to one person. We have children. We find God or whatnot. We get a job and we become adults and live our lives and raise our kids. But I pray that time 20 years ago when I got drunk in the military and I slept with some girl, I hope you don't hold me accountable. I'm making a point here. The news is going to come out with some crap against him. And it's going to be a lot of bad stuff. And I want you to understand something. The news media outlets, the television, mainstream programming, and the government elite will have you believe that you should vote in somebody that's perfect, that's never done anything wrong. And let me tell you something, there's no such person. Just some people hide it better than others. I personally would rather have somebody ruling over me, making laws over me, for me, that has grown up in a similar lifestyle as me. Not somebody who has been raised in a bubble, been raised in a rich environment, and their parents are rich, and those parents are rich, and they just grew up and just the whole breeding is just rich, affluent in a bubble, that from a rich area of New Hampshire, in mansions and chauffeurs and maids, and their parents grew up the same way, and their parents grew up, they're aristocrats, so to speak. I don't want them ruling over us. They don't know what our needs are. They only know what their needs are, and their needs are normally dictated by bankers and fellow elite corporate folks. They make laws and regulations to benefit those folks, utilizing us as the tax revenue to support those folks. I guess what I'm trying to say is, and I'll say it again, you and I are not the same folks we were 10, 20, 30 years ago. Whatever it was. Obviously, unless we were bracing it and living it now. They're going to come out with some kind of crap about him, and it's going to be one story after another. One story, and they're going to be bombarding us. Just give the guy a break. I'd rather have somebody who's in office who's made some real life mistakes, who's grown up on the streets and whatnot. So anyway, I'm going to let you folks go. I hope this wasn't a boring video. I hope it made some kind of sense. Good news is people are waking up. They're sending people that are from their own bubble to government offices, and hopefully this becomes a wide growing trend. I appreciate a thumbs up, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. Take care.